Hello guys. All right. Today I'm gonna be talking about how we can stop people from being evil, or yeah, how you can stop people from being evil. Naturally speaking, man himself, like man. When I say man, I mean both the lady and the guy. Man is generally an evil creature at heart. The heart of man is actually quite evil, and stuff like that. So when you understand this, I'm saying this from experience and having, because I'm someone who reads a lot and having read a couple of books. I'm saying this so we can help ourselves and also help the people around us. If you understand the nature of man, if you understand the kind of person you are, or man as a person, if you understand man, which is me and you would better know how to to keep them in check. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because let's say, for example, before I go into what I want to say, let me use an illustration to give you an idea of the context. Let's say, for example, I have this friend who he's a very nice guy. He's my long-term friend, and this guy has been an amazing guy, and there are some stuff I really love about him. I don't want to go into so much details because if he watches this video, he's gonna know he's the one. So this guy is an amazing guy. I love this guy so much. He has some amazing traits, but there's something about this guy that I noticed. Whenever you tend to be making progress, especially financially or otherwise, whenever you tend to be like upskilling or making progress in whatever way, he tends to be envious or kind of jealous about that. And mind you, I'm not saying this because he's a bad guy. He's just being human. You have to understand people. That's natural. The fact that you have a friend, and the thing is that, okay, perhaps I would say, by the help of God, I've been able to I'm still on the path though, but I've been able to kind of navigate my path in life, at least to a great extent. I'm not confused. I'm not confused about my part in life. People talk about discover your purpose and stuff like that. I'm not confused about all of that. But this guy is always still trying to navigate his way in life. He's still, if you watch my previous video, you will tend to understand what I mean by beating about the bush. He's still beating about the bush in life, trying to get his hands dirty and play the game of life. We all are still there, but he's still here to navigate his path in life. So this guy, whenever he sees, okay, because me, I have kind of discovered myself, still discovering myself. Whenever he sees that you're making progress and stuff, he tends to be jealous and kind of envious, and stuff like that. I've noticed it over and over again. So instead of me distancing myself from this guy, and instead of me tagging him as a bad person, I have to understand that he's just being human. He's just being human. It is human to feel that way. It is human to feel left behind. It is human to feel that who does this guy feel he is and stuff like that. So how can I help this guy to stop being evil, quote unquote? He's not evil. How can I help him to stop being evil? Because I understand that the heart of man is a very evil one. Like the heart of man is actually evil. You and I, even you listening to me, here and there, you have your flaws. Not like you are perfect. You have your flaws. It might not be on this. Having understood that, what do I do? Whenever I'm making progress, I tend to hide it from him, because I've understood that his own evil nature tends to play itself through that. What do I do? Because I love this guy and I love myself. Because it could graduate, because it starts gradually. If it is for a person, it starts gradually. You start maybe not liking how the person is making progress. From that, it graduates to a different thought. You want to kill the person and do stuff like that. Not because you actually want to kill the person, but let's not go into that. It's gonna be a long story altogether. So instead of me distancing myself and talking bad against this guy, what do I do? Having understood that this is the kind of person he is. He's a nice guy, but when it comes to this, he's not really doing well. What do I do? I hide that part of me from him. Whenever I'm making progress, even if it is financial, I tend not to say those figures in front of him. I tend not to make him feel that he's left behind. Because I know that him himself knows or feels that he's left behind. I try to make him feel that, I try to like dance to his tone, like dance to his music, dance to his rhythm. Whatever it is that I will say that will make him feel he's not doing well, or there is a whole different ball game when you say those stuff to challenge your friend, or those your friends also challenge you. But that's a whole different ball game. So instead of me to say these stuff to and make my friend feel like he's not doing well or he hasn't started and stuff like that, I hide it from him. It's called self-love. If you love yourself and you love your friend, hide it from that person. If you have a friend, if you have been in my shoes or you are in my shoes, hide such from such a friend, because you actually love them. Keep making your progress, but behind the scenes. Even if you want to talk about it, let there be people you talk about it to, and mind who you talk about it, especially when it comes to your progress in life. Mind who you talk about it to. Hide it from this your friend. Dance to his beats. Whenever you come around, play his level. You understand? Whenever he comes around you, or you come around him, dance, just do like nothing is happening. It's actually wise. It's actually wisdom. This applies to every other area in life. You can apply it in every other area in life. This has helped me. It's all about self-development and self-improvement. It has actually helped me understand people. Don't just tag people evil. Understand them and know how to work with them, especially when it comes to emotional matters. Because people, they may know what is right to do and what is right not to do, but their emotions are saying something else, because emotions tend to override knowledge. Emotions would always override knowledge, in as much as it is more logical, it is more reasonable to act by knowledge, but we are emotional beings. You understand? I've seen people flaw this here and there. They've kind of misused it. I know of a lady. I know of a lady who got married, and she got married, and yes, she has given birth and stuff like that. She just got married. Let me put it that way. She just got married, and she has lots of single friends. When you have a clique of friends who are single and you happen to get married, here and there, they're happy for you, and also low key, they kind of feel like, oh, when is it going to be my turn and stuff like that. And what I realized about this lady is that she now tends to like put it on their face. Like, this is my observation. It is a hypothesis. Anyone it is. So she tends to like put it on their face, like on her status. She's always on her on her WhatsApp status. She's always posting like, my husband this, in as much as it is not as what would I put it? It is not as blooming. It is not as blooming as you think behind the camera, behind the scenes. But every now and then she comes on her WhatsApp status and she will say, my husband did this. Oh, my husband did this. Oh my God, marriage is this, marriage is that. Someone that just got married. When you have a lot of friends who are single, you tend to kind of make them jealous, and they are not jealous because they are evil. They are being humans. You have to understand this. They are just being humans. Now here and there, you tend to you start seeing that friends that used to be very nice around you, they start changing towards you because they are not getting emotional about it, because you've made them feel that they are less of themselves, or perhaps they are not doing well, or they cannot relate to what you're talking about, or it's going to take a while, or stuff like that. They start behaving awkward when they're around you, and you're so like, this person is jealous. Why wouldn't they be jealous? Here and there, you post your husband, you post. I'm not saying you shouldn't do those stuffs. I'm not saying you shouldn't do but know how you do them. Know the kind of people you have around you. Know the people when you should restrict from viewing your status when posting. It is called self-help and self-love. Because people have died from stuff like this. You see people that they have a nice boyfriend who is always like buying them stuff, spoiling them and stuff like that. And those girls are like loud on their status, loud on the media. My boyfriend did this, my boyfriend did that. Meanwhile, they have a friend who is a loner. They have a friend who can't relate, And before you know, maybe perhaps the boyfriend threw a birthday party for the girl, and the friend, surprisingly so, the best friend would not be the person that would poison the girl. We've been around for a long time now, so we've heard stories like this over and over again. The friend now eventually poisons the girl and she dies, and that's the end of you. So it's called self-help and self-love. If you love yourself, learn how to work with people. Know how, see, if you post it, do yourself a favor. If you posted it and so, what now happened? Who benefited from it? Who cares? Nobody actually cares about you. Nobody actually cares about how you're doing and stuff like that. Instead, you're just doing it to do yourself harm. I hope you actually understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying this to demean or tell you or make you not to live your life because of people. You can live your life because of people. I'm not saying you should not live your life because of live your life actually, but love yourself at the same time, because you might not be living your life because of people, and your life will come to an end because of people. So know when to draw the line. Know the kind of people you are dealing with. Understand your friends and know how to work with them. They are not evil, they are just being humans. The average person is evil at heart. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Is desperately wicked. Nobody knows this. I'm telling you. Here and there we tend to have those negative thoughts because every day we tend to get a lot of ads on our head because our mind is like a computer. You get a lot of ads. Some kind of thoughts just flow into your head, and you're like, before you know it, it begins to influence you. So help people. You don't need to post all those stuff. You don't need to be loud about it, especially when you know the kind of friends you have. Don't come and blame someone that they are wicked or they did this to you or they did that to you. You actually caused it. You actually caused it because you erupted or you activated the evil nature of man. You activated it yourself. So know how to help people stop being evil. And I hope this is I don't want this video to be long, but I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. You understand? It's quite a lot, and it applies to every area of life. You understand? So do yourself a favor and do them a favor. Do yourself a favor once again and do yourself a favor, because people would always be people. There's no perfect person out there. Even the most innocent looking of them all would do the vilest of things you can't even imagine. You don't know the heart of anyone. So be circumspect of your actions. Know your friends, know them, understand them, and know how to deal with them. Even the vilest, even that person you're targeting, even has a good part, right? Yes, like that my friend, for instance, he has a very good part that I love him for. You understand? But that part that kind of triggers that part of him, don't keep him. Even if you want to post something that has to do with that, restrict him from viewing it, and you will thank me later. So I hope you actually learned something from this, and see you on the next one.